Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And also, become a member. Join the team.
Also a trios match with Hurt Syndicate versus Private Party and Mark Briscoe. Really fun match. MVP hasn't missed a step.
Yeah, I saw.
Proper.
I thought MVP was never gonna wrestle. I thought it was just gonna be manager, but it's good to see him.
Proper fun to see him wrestling. Yeah, I know they're gonna be Private Party gonna be defending their titles this week. I mean, tonight. If they lose it, it's a bit of a shame. It feels like
it's a short,
AEW have just it feels like Tony Khan's just given up on them.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was to book it, I would have Private Party still win.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, if you don't have faith in Private Party and Hurt Syndicate win, feed everyone to them. Feed everyone to them.
Yeah.
FTR.
Outrunners.
FTR. Do you say Outrunners?
Yeah, give them. Yeah, they don't get punished, innit? They don't get punished.
Okay, if you want.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it. Do it on Collision. I won't watch it.
What about for thingy? Eve, what's the good? Johnny Hungy in that.
Them man are on Ring of Honor most of the time. So,
shit,
but then I feel like again, I just know AEW's tag team division is just.
I'm trying to think of.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know why. But why have these North American companies? Well, why have WWE and AEW given up on their tag team divisions?
It's not popping.
Nah, man.
They're not invested into it, man.
What can be done to make tag team wrestling great again?
Bring a new stipulation that feeds the tag team, because I feel like people are gonna. Okay, this is from my childhood experience. Obviously, we could talk about Legion of Doom. We could talk about the Steiner Brothers. We could talk about Demolition. But what made me enjoy tag team wrestling was the fact that there was always that stipulation: TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs. Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys. Those three there had different styles, but when they came together, it was magnific. Besides that, even just having random tag teams like Stone Cold and Triple H, Stone Cold and Mankind, stuff like that made it fun. I don't know what it is, but it was that. Different times.
I think even before you get to that point, I think overall there needs to be competition.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like there's real competition between any of these tag teams. It just feels like everybody's just existing. Everyone's just existing in one world, and it's like a rotisserie of, okay, cool, we're gonna have this tag team be at the helm of championship, and then once we shoo them away, this next tag team's gonna be there. And it's like there needs to be this constant vying of, you know what, even if there's this tag team as tag team champions, these 5 tag teams are still trying to compete with each other to regardless of who tag team champions are, we're the best tag team.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like that. But when Edge and Christian or when the Dudley Boys or the Hardys were about, even if them man were the centerpiece, you still had other tag teams that were there you know what, we still want to be a part of this. That's why you had people like Too Cool winning tag team titles.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter who is at the helm of the tag team championship, everybody's still competing and still wants to be the best tag team. But it doesn't feel that way with AEW tag teams unless the matches for the tag team titles. And I feel like competition breeds. When you have healthy competition and it feels like each week these tag teams are out there to prove that we should be on top of this division, naturally you're going to want to be investing in these.
It's what Street Profits are doing week in, week
out. Remember when they reintroduced the tag team titles, I think, the SmackDown tag team titles, was it 2003? And you had Eddie Guerrero and Rhino, Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle. You had Edge and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. And they won it. They won it.
Yeah. Bro, every week it just seemed, and even at one point, Rhino and Tajiri were tag teaming. Yeah, it just felt like no matter where we were, these tag teams wanted to show that, you know what, it doesn't matter who I'm tag teaming with, it doesn't matter who you're with, we want to be the best tag team.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like that with AEW. It doesn't feel like that in WWE either.
The chips are there, the cards are there. It's just the layout, the setup.
Yeah.
I think just give these lot a bit more time, make their matches seem a bit more important. I don't know. Like you said, add a stipulation or something. It's been a minute since we've seen a tables match in a tag team. And back in the day, you would have one partner that's been put through a table, and then you have another partner that now has to fight the odds against 2 people. You don't really see that type of stuff anymore. Or even tag team steel cages, etc. I know that's what made things special for me back in the day. When one of the Hardy Boys climbs out, and then one of them still got a fight.
Save the thing.
And then one comes back in, jumps
just
from the top.
to help.
It adds a bit more drama to the situation.
In WWE's, I say for me, I think when Street Profits talk about them not been able to get a lick of the title, like that stuff kind of makes me invested, and I think that's what kind of helps me, getting more into the thing. But I feel like when they now start mixing story with, obviously you can mix story with it, but I feel like it shouldn't be done all the time. For example, this story with like mostly machine guns and DIY, I like it, but the next one needs to be a thing where it's like, who's the best tag team in the world right now? Is it Street Profits?
Yeah.
No. Is it DIY? No. Is it War Raiders? It needs to be that. It needs to be a thing where it's like, I think even done on SmackDown. Even what Creed Brothers done on Raw when they were like, oh, I want to beat the War Raiders for the title.
Yeah.
It needs to be like that. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, we're now looking forward to it. Fuck the story stuff for now, but yeah.
Do you know what?
That sounds weird. But do you get what I mean?
The thing is, I feel like
there
could be like a mix and blend of everything, but there just needs to be a showing that tag teams feel important, regardless of whether it's just a thing where these two are just having an exhibition, and maybe during one point down the line, they end up having a story between them. But then there's maybe another set of tag teams that have a story between them. Mm-hmm. So like you can actually do both at the same time, but it's just a matter of just like making each team feel special, not just, okay, cool, Judgment Day have the belts, so we're going to make them feel special for now, and everyone else is just going to be clamoring to them, and then once they lose the belts, they don't matter anymore. Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. When Edge Christian, Dudley Boyz and Jeff Hardy all were facing each other, they all felt important, no matter who won or who lost. It means nothing, because at the end of the day, you want each team, regardless of win or loss, to be elevating each other.
So perfect. You're right. We're on the right lines. So that tag team, I think 4 tag teams in that WrestleMania match. Do you remember? Under the belt, and was that both nights had both tag team matches for the belts? Was it both nights? Grayson Waller won the belt with Austin Fury.
Oh yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah, that was
who
fun.
is actually going to
stipulation? It was like
was that the same match? Was that the same match that Austin Fury Grayson Waller went through the table?
I can't remember the actual match.
I think it was.
You know what I'm talking about? It was WrestleMania 40 last year.
Probably. I actually can't remember.
I think DIY one. I remember. Yeah. But yeah, that was sick because he had Miz and Miz and R-Truth. He had Judgment Day. He had Street Profits. I think it was not Street Profits. He had someone else, whatever. But it was fun because like, who is going to be the first? Who's going to be the champions?
You know what's sick about tag teams? Have what WWE used to be back in the day: multi-man tag team matches, fatal 4-way tag team matches, triple threat tag team matches. Don't really get enough of that. We don't get tornado tags anymore. All of that stuff, like, be a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, we get it, but it's like
they'll throw it away on like a random Raw SmackDown. It's like, or they'll do it on like a random Dynamite. But at the same time, it's like we get it, but at the same time, we still want it to be like, if we're getting these matches, it still needs to be a bit more like monumental. It has to lead to something.
Or
it has to be the end of something. You can't just like.
And this is why I agree with what you said. Stipulations made shit important. Bro. When the Hardys were facing Eminem, it was a TLC match. When they were facing Edge and Christian, still cage.
I think
random when they're facing the Dudleys. You could get a random Undertaker and Kane versus the Dudleys.
That was fun though.
Bro,
I was like, no mercy, no mercy.
It makes shit fun. And then when you have the tag team affiliates as well, running in, jumping in to get involved. Rhino coming in for the save, Lita coming in for the Hardys, bro.
Because even what you call it, these big Akeem, what's it? The part of the
Authors of Pain.
Authors of Pain. They could easily be in this tag team picture.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. It just feels like there's no real competition between any of these tag teams. They're just all there for a check and just all there for vibes.
Authors of Pain should have come out and said, listen, we're here for a reason. We want to get the tag team belts. Grayson Waller. And they man are running. They man are shook. So they're now trying to put people in front of them and they break. I don't know. Do you know, okay, I'll retract my point. There can be story, but the story shouldn't need to be intertwined with the reason why the title's here. Does that make sense?
I just think overall, the underlying thing needs to be competition. Competition is what will breed everything naturally for things to move forward. And if there's no competition, then we're literally just putting people in matches for the sake of putting people in matches.
That's exactly what's happening.
It just needs to be competition. There needs to be competition, and then there can be competition to the point where it's like you can have people vying for the belt, but then you can also still have storylines where it doesn't involve the belt. But at some point, it's gonna
the belt will come in.
The result of this storyline will factor into this person moving forward for a belt or not. Because like we said, with these tag team divisions, you should be able to like elevate people to the point where it's like within whether it's win or loss. if a tag team loses, you can start some sort of redemption arc to the point where maybe 6 months down the line, they eventually get a tag team title shot. The team that wins, they're probably tag team champions at that point, and then you can revisit. And then there's so many stories that you can have with this kind of shit.
Even what's happening on thing right now, SmackDown right now, you've got Pretty Deadly, you got Los Garzas, you got mostly Machine Guns, you got Street Profits, and Bloodline not really part of it no more. But even that whole thing, I think we're gonna get there. I think the competition thing, we're gonna get there eventually. But at the moment, it just feels like things are just happening for the sake of just happening. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, let's see how things go. Hopefully, they make tag team important again. Hope things get important again.
I want there to be bad blood between teams. I don't want this tag team shouldn't like that tag team. Whenever they link up, I want everyone to be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Because
like I said, the thing, Authors of Pain should be in that.
Yeah.
They should definitely be in that.
They should be dominating.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's all fine.
Authors of Pain, and War Raiders?
Well, the Authors of Pain, they're on SmackDown.
Yeah, but think about it. They were to come together.
Authors of Pain on SmackDown.
That's not on Raw.
They're on Raw.
They're Raw. With Karen Cross. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
And even then, them versus War Raiders would be a good match.
That's a match, yeah. Book that.
Because they're all giants, so it's like, oh shit, what's gonna happen here? Alpha male versus alpha male.
Well, how many tag teams have Raw got?
Beats me, boy.
Yeah, they got LW, whatever.
LW don't really compete in something.
No.
Hey guys, make sure you like, comment on the video. We appreciate your love and support as always.